Welcome back, sir. How do you feel?
Feel good. Got a lot of pressure on my brow chakra.
Uh, yeah, you were all in your third eye, dude. And it was working rather well. How long did that seem like it took?
Maybe about 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes. And what do you remember?
The monk.
The monk?
Yeah, David. He didn't talk much.
The
He kind
monk?
of just kept his hands together in the sleeve. He just kept talking. But I seen words. I seen pictures. I remember the shit. It was camouflaged.
So a camouflage ship, a monk.
Medieval times. And the wooden door trimmed in gold.
That's when you first got there, huh?
Yeah,
Do you remember you couldn't hear anything?
in the beginning.
It took you a while. Do you know how many different techniques I used on you?
Mm-mm.
I
How many?
used three.
Is
I
that
used,
common?
huh?
Is that common?
With certain people.
I
People who
understand.
can't hear anything. A lot of times people are afraid and they
Hmm.
say they're not but it's really interesting when they can't hear anything. But I just keep tucking you in deeper and deeper and deeper. So finally at that last one, boom, I got you deep, deep, deep. And and that's when all of a sudden you were there with David or whatever. You couldn't hear him because he wasn't speaking, but he was telepathically speaking to you. So you got
Right,
a few of his telepathic things. But when he took you to where the council was, you heard everything that they said.
right.
And I don't know if they were speaking out loud or what, but they were, and they were holding back a lot as well. And let's see, one you were under an hour. You were under like 90 minutes.
Okay.
So times three times longer than what you thought you were.
Yeah, definitely.
You said it felt like 30 minutes, huh?
It did. It did.
I mean, literally, we've been on here for 2 hours and 38 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's crazy.
I know,
That was
but
fun though.
I think the most interesting thing about it is you could see everything, and that was really cool. So, and that was my favorite
Yeah.
part. But the fact that you couldn't hear anything sort of was. But I'm really patient, dude, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him to where you gonna talk to somebody, or we go.
I,
I
I'm
ain't care.
appreciative. I'm very appreciative.
I'm like, you're not gonna waste my time, not today. But
Right,
I was like, are you fucking kidding
right.
me?
Yeah.
He can't hear nobody. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's very few people I get that can't hear nothing. It always drives me crazy when they don't. But to me, it just makes me. I'm like relentless. Then I'm like,
Right,
okay,
right.
I'm gonna get him there. So first, I did the rhyme. Got you to a door. You were there. Light, dark, nothing. I mean, so you were there. I was like, okay, at least I got him there. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take him through the field and up the mountain. Little bluebird came, sat on your
Oh
arm.
yeah.
Then you went up the mountain, and then that was part number two. Oh, I used four techniques on you because that's the second one was the mountain, going up the mountain, and then I went into a little quantum healing because I got you on a cloud, and the cloud was drifting and
Yeah.
floating, floating and drifting, and then that's the third one, and then still there you were still having trying to have some whatever. And then I did the last one, which is I'm gonna count to 10 and count to 10 twice. And by the time I got you to 10 twice, boom, you finally made it to the medieval time, and I was like, oh, thank God, because it was just, ugh.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know time went by that fast.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I'm
Now
very
you know why I
appreciative.
charge folk.